Hi everyone, what is going on? My name is Jamie Palmer and welcome to another episode with the Binary Destroyer 7.0. Now in today's video, we're not actually going to be trading the 7.0, which is on my charts in front of me. I'm going to be showing you a simple, easy and powerful strategy completely free. Now you're probably asking the question why, and the answer is simply because I receive a lot of emails from subscribers from around the world that say, you know, Jamie, in my home country, trading is very expensive, you know, training's very expensive. Can you recommend some free training, some free strategies that will work? So yeah, I thought that I would answer those questions and show you a simple and easy free strategy. Now, before we get into this video, I highly recommend you head over to our website and actually take our free training here. Now, this is extremely powerful because it talks about PMS, plan management strategy, and this is really good to kind of understand the concept around strategies, okay, about having a trading plan, what you want to achieve from trading, and then putting that plan into motion. And then at the end of that plan, you obviously have a strategy at the bottom here based on the 5-minute time frame, 2 moving averages and stochastics. But I do highly recommend you take this free training. It does work. For an example here, this is one of my, or this is from a subscriber, I think last year sometime. I do receive a lot of emails regarding this free training. And as you can see here, I practiced this today. I did 12 wins. I found what I'm looking for. And the best part is it's totally free. I love your free strategy, not only on the Forex market, but on binary options too. This is a combination of your strategy and 2 years of learning experience. So I do recommend you take this, okay? And with any online strategy, any binary destroyer indicator, any strategy out there, it is crucial you have a trading plan and money management plan in place. You do use a stop loss, and you do, you do risk what you can afford to lose. You know, you want to be able to handle taking losses and handle taking wins. Okay, it doesn't matter how powerful a strategy is if you don't have a stop loss in place and you don't accept losses. Okay, you're not going to be consistent. So you know, always use a stop loss. Always risk that you can afford to lose, and yeah, you know, accept losses and accept wins. So what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to flick over to the charts here, and I've actually got my price action set up here, which I believe, yes, this is correct. So what I'm going to do, everyone, is I'm going to load up the simulator now. Okay, we're going to do some live trading with this. I'm going to show you what moving averages I'm using, what stochastics I'm using, and I'll show you the entry points for this. And then, yeah, I will show you the good and bad setups using this, this strategy. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. The rainbow strategy, moving average, support and resistance. I don't know. I'll pause the video, load up the simulator, and I'll be back. So I've got my strategy loaded up here. Now this is using the 1 and daily time frame. Now this will work on any time frame, okay, as long as you have a 2 time frames in mind. So always have a higher time frame and then a lower time frame that you're trading off, okay. Now on the left here, you can see I've got Euro USD on the 1 hour charts, okay. Now, the reason why I've decided to show you this strategy is because it uses a lot to do with price action, and you can actually trade this off your mobile phone. When I'm out and about and I'm not trading the binary destroyer, or I'm on holiday, let's say, and I haven't got my laptop with me, I will use this strategy on my phone to enter trade. So this is what I thought, or this is why I thought I would cover it in today's video. Now, on the left here, like I said, I've got Euro USD 1 hour chart, and I would just show you the indicators I have loaded up. I've got a moving average, which is a 50 exponential moving average. I've also got a 25 exponential moving average, and I have got a 100 exponential moving average. I've also got a zigzag. Okay, these are all completely free, all standard indicators with inside MT4. I believe you can also get these on the mobile app as well. So again, that's not an issue. And the standard settings for the zigzag are obviously a depth of 12, diversion of 5, and a backstep of 3. And I've got a stochastics here of I've got levels of 15 and 85 with a slowing of 3 and a period of 15. Okay, now these moving averages tell me the trends and how strong or weak a trend is. Okay, if I actually bring this up like this, okay, you probably might have heard this strategy. Okay, this is called like the rainbow strategy. You see, when the two moving or the three moving averages are getting wide apart like this, it tells me that is a strong downtrend happening. Okay, and obviously you can see this is a downtrend. When price is obviously an uptrend, it will show something like this. You can see how the bands kind of get like a wave effect or rainbow effect. Okay, so when they spread out like this, it tells me an uptrend. And notice where they start to cross here, okay, and then price goes into a downtrend. So I use these moving averages to gauge momentums in a trend. Okay, so when you see pretty much, you know, when you see these lines crossing over, these moving averages crossing over like this, okay, it tells me that an uptrend is going to happen. Okay, and pretty much that is it. Okay, obviously, sometimes you'll get price zigzagging across like this, which is something we don't want to trade. Okay, but when you get something like this, when the moving averages start to kind of fan out and create this kind of rainbow effect, as you can see, price will kind of go into an uptrend, and then as price comes down, okay, you'll notice that these moving averages cross over, okay, and then again we go into kind of this downtrend fan like this. And a lot of traders use this to trend trade. Okay, you can either get into here as a pullback, okay, and then ride the trend down. You can see here how the stochastics crossed over. Okay, so that's what I use the moving averages for, and I use the stochastics to give me an indication on when the market is overbought or oversold. Okay, now this strategy is all to do with support and resistance and checking the higher time frame. So as you can see here on the daily time frame, okay, I've got Euro USD on the daily time frame. Now what I like to do, okay, with this strategy is pretty much in the morning I will mark up my support and resistance. So you can see here, okay, we got nice little support there. Again, we've got a nice little support here. Okay, just points on where market has reversed. Okay, and points. If we just bring this up like this, okay, and we'll just draw all the support and resistance on the charts so you can just get a better understanding. Again, you know, you can say we've got a small bit here. Okay, like I said, you don't have to go crazy with support and resistance. Okay, we're just looking for areas where price has reversed. Okay, now once we've drawn our support and resistance on the 1 hour charts, okay, I then go down to the 1 hour charts and I look for entry points with this. Okay, now what do I mean by entry points? Now, what did I say a couple of minutes ago regarding the moving averages? Okay, where as soon as these moving averages start to cross over to an upside, it means that an uptrend is likely to happen. Okay, now here is a perfect example of this happening. Now if I actually zoom out, okay, notice how Euro USD on the daily time frame has come crashing into this support line here. Okay, you can see here we had a touch here. Okay, and then you come back to here and we've come back down to this support line. Do you notice this? Okay, so what I do is I know that Euro USD is currently sitting at the daily support line. So what I want to do is look for buy confirmations. Okay, now how do I look for buy confirmations? Well, I'm looking for the moving averages to cross over into an uptrend. Okay. Now, my first confirmation is I can see that stochastics is oversold. Okay, so again, if I draw the dots together, the Euro USD is on a daily support area. On the 1 hour time frame, Euro USD is oversold on the stochastics. So what I'm looking for now is the moving averages to cross over to an upside. So as you can see here, price breaks up like this. Okay, and notice how the moving averages start to go up like this. Okay, now you can see here. Now notice the zigzag. what I'm doing now with this zigzag, everyone, is using this as a higher high confirmation. Now again, okay, I don't want to confuse everyone. This is a kind of strategy that does involve support and resistance, does involve higher highs and higher lows. So I do recommend you learn the basics of that before you take on this strategy, because you know, if I'm talking gibberish, let's say I'm saying a higher high and you don't know what a higher high means, I do recommend you learn that first before understanding this strategy. So as you can see here, notice how price has gone from a downtrend and now crossed over into an uptrend. So what I'm looking for now is a pullback, okay, to the upside right here. This is a perfect example of what I mean, for an entry point. So if I just mark up my shapes like this, okay, so as you can see here, we've now got, if I again draw up the dots, the EURUSD is on a daily support line, okay, the stochastics on the 1 hour charts is oversold. We have now crossed over into an uptrend, and we've now pulled back to this support line. So you can even almost say, if I just bring this, if I just show you here, you can see almost a higher high, pull back, and then now we're at this support line here, okay? Now the reason why this is such a powerful strategy is because we can really milk the market here. We can really get some strong pips. Now, this kind of strategy delivers to me around a 60 to 70% win ratio, okay, which to you lot might not seem a lot, but this strategy can easily produce a 1 to 5 risk reward ratio, meaning I'm risking, let's say, 50 pips to bring me in 250 pips. In fact, I've gone sometimes with 100 pip stop loss, and I've done over 500 to 600 pip moves with this strategy. Off my phone is pretty incredible. Okay, so how do we take trades like this? Okay, so obviously you want to have your stop loss below this low here. So that's around a 57 pip stop loss. Okay, so let's go with 60 pip stop loss. Now, as you can see here, you've noticed I've took some trades before because I'm up almost 60% on this count. So let's go with a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. So 6, 12, 80. So what we're going to do here, 60 pip stop loss, 180 pip move. Now what's crucial about this, or what's amazing about this is an awesome swing trading strategy. So as you can see here, we've got our stop loss below the low here again, so it's protected, and our take profit actually, everyone, is way up here. Now I don't know what's actually going to happen with this setup, okay? So we're just going to do it bar by bar, okay? So we are... Okay, so prices come back down. Okay, not a problem. We're in a bit of drawdown at the minute. Again, it's not really an issue. But there we go. It looks like we're breaking. We are. Okay, great. So we have now gone to the upside. Okay, we're now in profit. And if you actually bring this up to what I'm seeing here, can you see how the fans are getting close, are getting wider and wider and wider, signifying uptrend? Okay, so what we can actually do in positions like this is start to sell off certain positions, or even add into our positions as well. Okay, so if I just bring you back to this point here, okay, let's say just here. Now, as you can see, I'm already deep in the money. Okay, I don't know what pips I'm up. Let's say I'm up, where was my entry point? So I'm up almost 32 pips in the money so far. Obviously, my target for this setup is way at the top here now. But I know we're going into an uptrend. Okay, so let's now start using the zigzags. Notice how we've created a higher high. And we've now come back and created a pullback in the market. Okay, now this is our next area of support. Okay, so you can see here, okay, we had a nice rejection here. We've now broken this resistance area, come back down, and now we're bouncing off it. Now, at this particular situation here, we can actually buy the market again. Okay, so I'm going to buy the market. And I'm going to take this trade to the top of this zone here. So let's say 57 pip move. So I'm going to set a take profit of 55 pips and a stop loss of around, let's say 20 pips. Okay. So there we go. Okay, I've now took two positions, or I've now got two more positions on this trade. Okay, so let's do next bar. And as you can see, price rallies up and hopefully it does eventually hit our first take profit. Let me just see. Okay, it does. Okay, great. So again, we rally up here. We're now in an uptrend. And I might actually, everyone, close this position off because I'm going to go over to the... I'm going to go over to the daily time frame now and draw where I believe price might come to. And I believe, everyone, it might actually come to this rejection point here. So I'm actually going to close off this position now. Okay, so I'm going to close all and there we go. As you can see here, everyone, this position returned me a nice 200 pip move, which, like I said, is pretty incredible. Now let's do one more setup with this. Okay, let's do one more setup. Okay, and we'll see how well this gets on. So let's pop this like this. Okay, now notice again. Okay, let's get rid of this here. I want to see, first of all, I want to see price come into areas of support and resistance, okay, on the daily time frame. And it looks like, everyone, we're going to come down to this bottom here. Now, great. Okay, let me just go back over to the daily time frame. I'm going to pop this up like this. Now, notice again, okay, notice how we've just come back down to this support area just here. Okay, see this? We've got a nice little rejection here. We've got a nice little rejection here. Again, we've come down to a support area. Okay, so again, let's do what we did before and put all the dots together. The EURUSD has come down to the daily support area. So now what I want to do is go over to the 1 hour charts and look to see if the market is oversold, which again it is. Okay, so second confirmation, EURUSD is oversold on the stochastic. So let's see now if we have a break to the upside. Great. Okay, it looks like now the moving averages are starting to here we go. Great. Okay, so again, okay, I'm not waiting for that. Okay, I want to see an actual higher high. Okay, here we go. Okay, so again, we've now broken to the upside. Okay, that was actually I really kind of missed this setup here, everyone. But that was actually a really good break and retest just there. You see this? Okay, notice how we break to the upside. Okay, pull back, retest. Okay, and this would actually have been a beautiful entry point here. It would be almost 100 pips up in profit. Now, that doesn't mean we can't re-enter on this trade, because what we can do now, everyone, is re-enter on the pullback. So let's just draw our next area of support, which is in fact here. Okay, so I'm looking for the price to come back down to this zone. Okay, I don't quite like that. In fact, I'm not even going to enter any of these trades. Okay, so I'm not gonna enter there. Okay, no, I'm not going to enter there. Here we go. No, let me just see what the daily time frame is saying. Okay, you can see here how we pulled up. I mean, this trade has gone up almost 262 pips, but there's nothing here that I would have probably entered on. So I'm going to go back over to the daily time frame, everyone. We might actually go, oh, we are going lower. Okay, we're going lower. Great. So I'm just going to speed it up a little bit more. Okay. Okay, stop. Okay. We've now, everyone, come back up to this area just here. Okay, see this here? How we've come back up to this area here. If I actually take this back to the point that price actually came up to this previous resistance, okay? Because this is what I want to be doing. Hold on, everyone. Apologies about that. I kind of missed this setup and I had to wind it back to explain it. So again, okay, so we've come up to this daily resistance area now on Euro USD, okay, which is my first confirmation, okay. Like I said, if you're trading off your mobile phone, you would obviously draw your support and resistance on your computer, and then throughout the day, you can monitor these setups. So yeah, Euro USD has come up to the daily time frame, which now we need to obviously go over to the 1 hour. Okay, and we're looking for a confirmation that the market is oversold, which it is. Okay, the stochastics is overbought, which is great. Now, my second and obviously second and third confirmation is we're waiting for a break below these moving averages. I mean, to pretty much keep it simple, you can see how when price is above the moving average, it's an uptrend. As soon as they start to cross over, I think they cross over somewhere around here. Okay, let me just speed up a little bit. Okay, they do. Okay, so we create a lower low, as you can see here. And if you actually zoom in, notice how the zones start to cross over. Okay, so great. Okay, I mean, the moving averages start to cross over. So let's break it down again. Euro USD is at a monthly resistance area. The Euro USD on the 1 hour charts is overbought. Okay, the moving averages have started to cross over, signifying downtrend. What do we look for next? Is obviously a pullback in the market, okay? And your entry point, as you can see here, as we pull down, the moving averages obviously start to cross over. So I'm still looking for my pullback in the market, which is going to be just there, okay? So as you can see here, we've now trended down, we've pulled back. Obviously, we're at a monthly, we're at the daily resistance area on your USD. And if we actually draw some support and resistance here, you can see how we're at a break and retest confirmation. You can see here, we chopped around for a bit. We've broken the support. We've come back up. We've retested it. Again, everyone, how do we set this trade? Obviously, you can have a stop loss. I mean, you know, you can go with a stop loss of around 30 pips with this trade. Okay, let's go with a stop loss of 30 pips. Take profit of, let's say, 90 pips with this trade. Okay. So there you've got my stop loss. Where's my, okay, take profits all the way down here, which on the, okay, yeah, as you can see here, on the daily, there's my take profit. So let's see what happens, okay, with this setup. We carry on going up. Notice how we reject as well perfectly off this resistance line here, which is a really good confirmation. We start to come down. We come down again. Let me just speed it up a little bit. Okay, it looks like we might actually... Okay, let me see what the daily's time frame's saying. Great. Okay, we're still rejecting from this level. So hopefully... Oh, okay, we got stopped out on this trade. So, you know, it is what it is with this trade. Let me see what happens. We might come up for another second. Okay, look, we've just rejected again. That is typical. That is a typical market maker move. Taking everyone's stop loss out, and then I guarantee price will drop now. And it does. That, everyone, is a typical market maker. In fact, we could just enter again. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to re-enter again on this sell trade. Okay, I'm going to re-enter again. Okay, because we are going lower with this setup. It's just a typical market maker wants to take us out. Okay, let's see if we can get some profits on this. And we do come down. Do we go any lower? Do we hit take profit? I'm going to close that there. I should have literally, look at that, literally kissed our take profit. I'm going to close that off there. So yeah, a setup that did deliver me profits. Do we go lower again? No, okay, we kind of chop around for a bit. If you go on Euro USD, you can see that we did chop around for a bit. But everyone, that is a typical market maker's move. But yeah, that's this strategy in a nutshell. Like I said, this is more for the experienced trader. If you understand support and resistance, higher time frames. Like I said, give this a go. I trade this off my phone. Like I said, I just draw my support and resistance off the computer. Wait for, let's say, Euro USD to come up to that zone on my phone. As soon as it does, I look for the moving averages to cross over, look for the pullback, and then I sell the market. And that's how I trade kind of on the go with my phone. Hope you enjoyed that strategy. If you do have any questions, drop me an email, thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com.